So welcome to today's session. We have already started with character pointers, what pointer is and also about character pointers. And what are the various specializations that we come across in character pointers also we have seen. So apart from that, now today we are going to look upon what array of strings. So we know that string means a set of characters or a collection of characters. So to declare the string, what we did in our +1 was we created a character array. So we were supposed to use the concept of arrays also. But suppose, for example, now look into the example given below, that is days of the week. So days of the week, if I see, whatever I have seen here is right from Sunday to Saturday. So to declare this, what I needed was a two-dimensional array. That is, with a minimum of 7 rows and 11 columns that I needed. So I have declared here as a character array with week with 7 rows and 11 columns. So this is how I was able to declare. But now if I move on to strings, what I can do that is with pointers is, what I can do over here is, I can make use of it as a single pointer array, The main reason behind this is, as character occupies only 1 byte in the memory, so just with the help of pointer arithmetic, it will move just only one position. So that is to the next cell. Immediately. So that is why here I am making use of only a single dimensional array, that is one character, one input. So to every cell, one input is moving, as well as the meaning over here is when you move on to the next cell, you are moving on to the next location of the memory itself. So because character occupies only 1 byte, until it reaches the null character, you will be moving on like this. Once if the pointer moves to the next location until the null character. So for this, what I can do over here is, I can just create a pointer character array like this. So character week will be declared as a pointer array. With just simply 7 rows. So what happens over here is, wastage of memory gets reduced and you have sufficient amount of memory remaining to store any other set of data. Okay, so what I can do over here is, in this example, character week of 7, I have initialized to Sunday, Monday, etc. up to Saturday. So in what happens over here is, here the amount, see, last year when you were learning in your +1, here what happened was, these cells are becoming waste. These cells were becoming waste. That is, wastage of memory was taking place. Can you see the portions wherever I have marked with a red line? These cells are becoming as a waste. That is, this memory is not used. So in what happens, lots of memory is getting wasted. But now when I declare it as a character pointer array, because of the specialization of characters and pointers, so what happens over here is, that is Sunday, that is row 1 becomes Sunday. Okay, so row 1 becomes Sunday. The first pointer will be here. From here +1 position, it will move to the next, like this it will move on until it reaches the null character. Once it reaches the null character, means what is the meaning? That you have reached towards the end of the string. So only till this null character, so many number of locations are only used up. The places where I have put a red horizontal line is not at all used up in your character pointer array. The red horizontal lines are not at all used. Those cells are not at all used in your character pointer array. So you have preserved some amount of memory. Okay. Now since you have reached towards the end, that is with the help of null character, what happens? Now we are moving on to the second row. So when you move on to the second row, again what happens? Until you reach the null character, contents will be stored. The remaining cells, wherever I have put a red horizontal line, that part of your memory is not at all touched or it is unused. Since reaching null character, you understand that it is end of the array. So like that, one by one you are moving until your Saturday, and then you are ending up till the null character. So what happens in this is, you are just using only a single dimensional array to store this entire set of characters. This is because of the specialization of characters and pointers in C++. Is it clear? So the next part is advantages of character pointers. What are the advantages of character pointers? We'll check up one. No size specification. Any number of characters could be used. There is no size specification required. That is, for example, in the previous example, we saw Sunday had only 6 characters plus 1 for your null character as 11 number of characters. And then, but whereas when you compare with Wednesday, you needed 9 characters for Wednesday and plus 1 for your null characters. So 10 locations were used up over there. But did we specify anywhere in that position about the number of characters? Did we specify anywhere about the number of characters including a special character? No. We just specified the array size to be only for the number of days in a week. We specified the array size only for number of days in a week. We didn't specify anything for the number of characters in each string. Okay, that is the meaning for no size specification. Then no wastage or insufficiency of memory. No wastage, because of that when you compare with the previous previous slide itself, you could have understood the places where I have drawn a red horizontal line indicates that is that many number of cells are required when you are using your 2D array, but whereas those cells are not at all used when you are using a 1D pointer array, that is single dimensional pointer array. Okay. Then equal to operator could be used. That is, when you are using your pointers, one main importance is, instead of using a string copy function, strcpy function, you can make use of your equal to operator also. That is, in the last class I have given you one example regarding program. Okay, when you compare that example, you will understand. That is, the entire string is directly assigned to another character pointer. The entire string is directly assigned to character pointer. How it is assigned is using your equal to operator. Compulsorily, there is no need to use your strcpy function. So using pointer arithmetic, any characters could be accessed faster. So in the last class, previous example, one example we saw as program, right? So with that example, what did we see? Plus 1, if I give one character after, we were accessing the elements stored in the memory. Here we didn't access any of the address of the characters. We access only the elements of the memory, and it's easy and faster also. Array of strings with minimal use of memory. Array of strings with minimal use of memory. What it means is, even when you are declaring as a single dimensional array in a static method, here if you just simply use it as a single pointer variable, that is enough. Here if you just use it as a single pointer variable, that is enough. And the similar way, when you were using a two-dimensional array in your static declaration, that is two-dimensional array in your static ordinary variable declaration, but Here when you come to pointers, you can reduce it to be a single dimensional pointer array. You can reduce it to be a single dimensional pointer array. So pointers and structures, will be continuing it in next video, and that's it with this part. Okay, thank you.